very weird. I joked on the podcast before, but I'm not really joking. We typically just sit around our underwear in the basement and do the pod. So it's kind of weird to have to actually be fully clothed out here.
You know, Hector can't see below the table. So put the pants back. And welcome everyone to episode 165 of The Mashup, the best bourbon conversation you hear all week long. We're your hosts, Anthony, Stephen, and Kenny. Hello, gentlemen.
What's all that noise I hear?
The dogs upstairs must be
what
running
in the
around.
world?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different this time around because we are on location.
At Liquor Barn? Total
Getting
wine.
a sandwich at Liquor Barn. I got a sandwich and I'm getting an allocated bottle.
Just on the shelf.
Imagine that.
Kenny, I don't even know who you're talking about, man.
I don't either.
Nah, that's you got to work on your impressions, sir.
Yeah, I'm not good at that stuff.
No, you're not.
No, but we are actually on location at Brooklyn Brothers Pizzeria in Corbin, Kentucky.
Shout out.
Yep, it was a little bit of a drive to get here,
It was.
but not pretty easy. It's right off the interstate.
So, straight shot right down 75. Just got off the exit here. I can't remember what exit it was. It's 25 West. And so if you're in Kentucky, I guess it would be between Lexington and Knoxville would be the two big cities you're between, right? Right between, smack between both of them.
Yeah.
And so
Just south of London.
just south of London?
Yeah.
London? England? You mean, cheerio, mate.
I believe London, the future home of where you're going to move. They're building some brick houses down here, so
my
I believe
goodness.
you will probably follow them the way you are.
Oh, you're
You're a fanboy. You're a fanboy.
You're crazy, man. But yeah, so you guys have heard us mention Brooklyn Brothers Pizza many times, and this is our really good friend and fan of the podcast, Hector Garcia, who's hosting us today. And we're really excited to be down here on location at his great family-owned Kentucky business. He's provided us with many bottles to review over the past year, and we're just appreciative that he's hosting us. We're going to talk here about all the food that's coming out and everything else.
Hector's already brought some fire food out, and I'm jealous you guys are actually got to eat some already.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Me and my little wimpy palate, I'm holding off to eat till after we drink. Yeah.
Gentlemen.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for being here.
This is the famous Hector.
This is, yeah. So, dude, you got to tell us now. I mean, we're happy. We just talked about how you've always provided us with bottles and you're a fan of the podcast. But tell us a little bit about this establishment, you know, how it came to be, like, you know, how long you guys been going out here.
Dude, we pulled up
recording
in the
everything.
parking lot, and it's jam-packed. Like,
Yeah,
there's, like, packed.
Yeah.
Like, crazy packed.
That's how it is every day. We've been open for 8 years now. We are originally from North Carolina.
Okay.
You know, my brothers and I have been working in this type of business forever. And this is what I call a special blend.
Okay.
A special blend.
like
Because,
that.
you know, I work in different places. My brother worked in different places. So, you know, we get all our ideas together and recipes, and then this is what it is, man. This.
Awesome.
We had a quick look over the menu, and it looked pretty substantial. But we just trusted you. Said you just bring it. We just told you to bring us whatever you want to bring us. So, but yeah, but the menu looked pretty good. A lot of selections.
How's the wings?
Wings were fantastic. I know Kenny's sensitive. We'll talk about this about his palate. He was like, I can't eat a lot of food before we start recording.
sensitive palate.
Yeah, that's.
But Steven and I were like, we're jumping in, man. Those are
I don't want to say that's weird, but like I have to eat before I drink.
Yeah.
And you and I have pretty similar palates.
Oh.
Well, it's just it's my tongue, man. Like my tongue is super sensitive. Yeah, man, I gotta watch what I eat, you know, for sure. Because if it's something like garlicky, that doesn't stick too long for a little bit. But if it's salty at all, I'm done for 6 to 8 hours. We went to OBC Kitchen one night. A couple guys from Chicago were in. I was there with Mossick. Just even that bacon in a glass that I got that I love.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
I was
good.
done that night. So I still drink. I mean, everything just it lit my tongue up. It tasted like it was 190 proof. Everything, couldn't get much flavors out of stuff. It's horrible. But I agree. I mean, I have to eat before I drink, but I eat like bland stuff.
Okay.
So like if I'm going to go do like barrel picks, and sometimes those are earlier in the day. I mean, I'll literally eat 2 or 3 tortillas, just plain tortillas, just to get some carbs and bread in my stomach. I eat, plain chicken, something that's not real flavorful or spicy, just to get something in my stomach.
As
Okay.
opposed to me, I'm eating a couple of sausage McMuffins usually before I go on a barrel
Your little
pig.
pepperoncinis.
Pepperoncini.
Oh,
I'll eat anything. Doesn't matter.
There you go. So, I mean, of the wings you brought out, then you brought out some of these. What do they call those? Like they're garlic cheese bread. Like what's the actual?
Oh,
form?
garlic nuts.
Garlic nuts.
Yeah.
Those are
Those
delicious
are great as well.
And then we have a full, what is that? A Chicago deep dish pizza
Yeah.
waiting for us here. So
Or what we call a Brooklyn style Chicago pizza.
okay, so what's the difference there? Can you explain that to us? The Brooklyn style.
No one is doing this.
Okay.
This is like we came up with it.
Oh, nice.
So, Chicago pizzas are made different,
Right.
little differently.
They're like a damn pie. They look
Yeah.
like
So those, the real Chicago pizzas, they do like just raw sausage,
Okay.
and they cook them in the oven for over 45 or a little bit over 45 minutes.
Gotcha.
We do pepperoni and sausage on ours, and our sausage are already cooked,
Okay.
so it doesn't take
Cuts down.
that
Gotcha.
long. You know, it takes long, but not
Not as long as
as long
yeah.
as
Yeah.
the real Chicago.
And anybody who's ever been over to Chicago, you guys ever, Steven, you
That
guys
is one time a long time ago.
in Chicago though?
Yeah. In
Oh
Chicago.
yeah. You always have to wait in line. There's always these lines out the door mostly because the cooking time of the pizza is
I didn't
just-
realize
Yeah.
it was so long.
It's crazy.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
It's
especially
crazy.
for those. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you for being here. That's really cool. This is really cool.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us. This is actually the first time we've recorded on location
Yeah, it
anywhere
is.
other than our
Yes.
own homes and basements and
I
things
feel
like that.
special now.
There you go.
This is
Fantastic.
a quiz
This is-
question one day.
I mean, this is very weird. I joked on the podcast before, but I'm not really joking. We typically just sit around our underwear in the basement and do the pod. So it's kind of weird to have to actually be fully clothed out here.
You know, Hector can't see below the table, Kenny, so put the pants back on.
But this was perfect timing though. Today at church, for real, they talked about in Finland.
Okay.
There's a Finnish term, like they're the happiest people. Like whenever they do polls and stuff, they're like consistently considered like the happiest people in the world.
Uh-huh.
And they have this thing, and it's actually called pants drunk. But basically, it's kausara kanat. It means drinking at home alone in your underwear.
Oh,
And I learned that term today. And it's very fitting for that.
sounds like me on Sunday night.
And here we go. Hang on.
Pants drunk. So how do you say
Listen
it?
to this.
Kalsarikanit. You do want to
Kalsarikanit.
stop a little bit on the ka syllable. Kalsarikanit. Or you could say in English as kalsarikanet.
That's right. So it's pants drunk. So it's pants drunk.
That
And
doesn't really help, Kenny.
hey, it describes a pod drinking at home alone in your underwear.
No,
So.
wait, did you just say that this was covered in church today? Because I think I'm going to the wrong church.
Yeah, they talked about like happiness versus joy and stuff. So that the difference in that. But I thought it was very
Drinking alone with your
fitting
pants down.
because that's how we record the pod though, is it in our underwear. So this is very weird being fully clothed.
Are you sure?
Are we joking or not joking? I don't know.
Never can tell.
I love your shirt
I don't
too,
want to
Hector.
look under the table though.
There you go. He's already nervous about it. See, it's got him sweating a little bit.
I love your shirt, Hector.
Thank you.
Legalize marinara.
Yeah, one lady. Oh my God! The first time we got this t-shirts, she's like, "I'm leaving."
Are you
She's
serious?
like,
my
yeah, she
gosh.
walked out,
Oh my God.
and I follow her. I'm like, "Everything okay?" She's like, "I don't like what you guys are doing with your t-shirts,"
Oh man.
and I'm like, "What do you mean, ma'am?" She's like, "I don't even want to say it."
Oh man.
I was like, "Legalize marinara,"
Marinara sauce.
and she's like, "Does that say marinara?" I was like, "Yeah, man."
she
What
actually
do you
thought it said
Yep.
marinara.
That's funny.
She's storming out of restaurant.
I
The
was like,
devil's lettuce.
Did you see? Yeah. I was like, "Did you see that little tomato?" And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I was like, "It's okay," but I was wondering why you were walking out. You know
Dang.
what bothered you?
Are those for sale? Those shirts?
We don't have any more right now.
Okay.
I need to order them.
All right. Yeah.
It's a great shirt.
That is a great
I've been
shirt.
lazy
Yeah, I
about
like it. That's cool.
I've been buying too much bourbon.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Too much bourbon and
Too busy with bourbon.
There you go. You got to get. So hey, speaking of that, I don't want to keep you on the spot here. I want to be respectful of your time because you might have to pop in and out of here. Is that what I'm understanding? You okay?
I'm good now.
You're good now. Okay,
I'm good
great.
now.
When you own a joint, you can make your own hours.
There you go. Right. Exactly. But Can you
Hence
tell
why
us?
Anthony takes so many vacations.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
Man.
anything. I'm just.
that's awesome.
Are you? I don't get that many vacations. Kenny's. He's. There we go now. Isn't this great?
I've been listening to the podcast for the past 2-3 months because wait a minute.
Longer than that.
Longer than that, I feel like.
Yep. Time flies, bro.
Uh-oh.
Probably 7 months. This is June already.
I know you for a couple of years now.
Yeah, about 2 years.
When did you?
Last April,
Last April.
So
about 15 months ago.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you've been listening since maybe like this last fall or winter.
It took him that long to tell me about the podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh geez.
I just
What's
assumed
that
everybody
about?
knew, you know.
Yeah.
So, I
well,
mean,
he wanted his groove in, you know.
We're gonna have to get you guys some stickers out here and some other signage to put up since
Yeah.
this is the first place that
Yeah,
we're doing
that would
on
be
site.
Landmark.
Yeah, there you go. What's that?
Landmark.
Landmark. We won't go deface your bathrooms or anything like that. I mean, I thought about it.
Hey,
So we
no,
don't
that's
write-
cool. No, that would be cool.
That would be good. There you
Yeah.
go. Put it in there. So what? Can you tell us a little bit about your journey with bourbon and whiskey and everything? We want to hear a little bit about that.
Well, I started probably about the same time as Kenny, 2019.
yeah, I started buying a little bit, pouring for the wife and youngest son, end of 2019.
Yeah, my journey was a little different. My wife and I enjoy going to Gatlinburg a lot
Okay.
because only
Likewise.
He goes to
Every
Gatlinburg.
fall.
Steven's always there.
we're going every week.
Oh,
Every
wow.
week, okay.
Almost
Okay.
every week, yeah, because we only
You're so close.
2 hours.
Yeah, you're so
we only
close.
2 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
So, we enjoy moonshine.
Oh, okay.
So I go to this place. Can I say the name?
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay,
yeah.
Sugarlands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I know
Sugarlands
it.
Shine, and they have this amazing on-age rye whiskey. And I tried it for the first time, and I was like, "This is so good."
Nice.
So an employee came and it's like, "If you like this, you should try our whiskey."
Ah.
I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "We put this in a barrel for 3 years." I was like, "Okay."
You're like, wait a minute.
What is that? Where the color from? Okay, so I tried the whiskey. It was amazing. I think he tried some whatever I had left. I gave him some of that. So I was hooked. Rye whiskey.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, you guys have rye whiskeys? rye whiskey, Wessel Pig, everything that was rye whiskey. I went to another place in Lexington. It was called Whiskey Bear.
Whiskey
Oh, yeah.
Bear.
Absolutely.
Whiskey Bear, and then so I was asking for rye, and a guy came up to me and said, "Have you tried bourbons?" I'm like, "No." So he's like, "You should try this." I was like, "What is it?" And he's like, "Angel's Envy." I took a sip of it, and I was like, "No." I was like, "This is crap." I was like, "No." If this is what bourbon
Smart
tastes like,
man.
I was like, "No,
no,
no." I'm
there you
sorry,
go.
I'm sticking to rye. So there's another bar here in town, and someone was telling me about different bourbons, Pappy Van Winkle and all that kind of stuff. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, I don't know anything about bourbon. So he let me try Pappy 15.
Uh-oh.
That was one of my first.
Oh, my
And I
goodness.
was like, this stuff is really good.
All right, so just pause for 1 second.
You hear that,
Okay, go
Kenny?
ahead.
Most people, I say Pappy 15 is good. So most people get into bourbon initially, and after they develop their palate more, then they move on to rye, because rye is usually a little bit spicier, a little bit too much. And not a lot of people get to even drink Pappy 15. So my boy here went rye first, then
Yeah.
Pappy 15.
Right after 15.
That's a little different ride than most people.
My second
that's a
one-
little different story than most people.
My second one was Lobby.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And I was
Yeah.
like, this is so good. My third one was Blanton's.
Mm-hmm.
My fourth was Weller 107.
Yeah,
Dang.
And after that, I was like, Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace.
right.
Right here. Right
Right
here.
here.
I love
Anthony,
Buffalo
yeah.
Trace.
I know, I know.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Kenny, there has to be people that appreciate it. And I mean, Steven, it took you how long to get that Weller 12?
I mean, a long time.
Took him a long time. When Steven got his hands on a Weller 12, he celebrated. We had a good time.
Nice.
Go back and listen to that episode if
Yeah.
you haven't.
it took me years. I mean, to get one. I remember my first bottle I bought was Blanton's.
Okay.
Justin House of Bourbon.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice. Very good.
160
Yeah.
after taxes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Justin's.
They are back now.
They are
finally.
back.
They're
Yeah.
back.
Everything
All right,
is settled. They got all of their bottles back. It's they got everything set back up. It looks awesome again.
That's
so
awesome.
Shout out to them.
That's cool.
Yeah. Can't
I
wait
like
to get
that
back
place.
in there. Yeah. No doubt. So kind of a whirlwind of Buffalo Trace kind of gets you into this, and
Yeah.
now you're a full-blown restaurateur and also budding bourbon aficionado. There you go.
That's Kentucky, man.
That's right. It'll do that to you.
Yeah, Hector's been in the house a couple times to sip, and we'll go down just for one or two, and end up having like 5 to 7 to 8 to 9, and then find out his wife is in the car outside.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that was the first time.
Yeah, first time I was
First
like,
time,
dang,
yeah.
dude, she could have came in. I was like, oh, my fault.
Kenny has a habit of doing that to people,
Yeah.
and I think there was
Just one more.
Yeah,
Just
there's-
one more.
Just one more.
I think there was one night I had to stop over there for something, and I told my wife, like, I just have to stop over. I pick up a bottle or something like that from Kenny's, and she's like, okay, yeah, no problem. And I got there, and he's like, hey, you want to sit down for one? I'm like, okay. Then I texted her, and I'm like, it might be a little bit longer. She's like, it's fine. Go ahead. I'm like, all right, okay. And then I think it was like 2.5 hours.
That happens.
Yeah, it happens. So
That's bourbon, man.
yeah, there you go.
I'll do that to you.
Yep.
The wings were great. That Kentucky barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
It was great. It's
killer, man.
The wings
Thank you,
have a
thank
nice
you.
crust on it, and they're
Oh, yeah.
big.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
real meaty. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I hate when wings are like fatty wings, and you guys like the way that those are cooked is perfect. So,
And the
can't
meat
wait
fell
to-
off the bones.
I can't
know.
wait to try them.
That's amazing. Yeah, Kenny's deprived them safe. And so again, for those who didn't hear the intro here, we're on site today at Brooklyn Brothers Pizzeria in Corbin, Kentucky, and we are about to get underway with a new bottle here soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of bottles too,
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say oh yeah? Sorry, Kenny.
love it.
We're leaving
Love
that in
I'm
there.
sorry, Kenny.
Well, no, hold on.
That was-
I need everybody else to say it so I don't say it, so I stay out of trouble. So no,
Oh.
that's
Hector,
great.
You know what he's going to pull out of the box? Louisville pick.
No. This is for you, Hector.
I knew you were gonna do that. I saw you buying it.
So
I saw you.
Hector, because he's awesome anyway. He's he and I we like message all the time and stuff. But so he actually gave us the Indigo's Hour for our episode that we did on here. And Indigo's Hour, we cracked it, opened it. Did the pod on it. Don't see Hector for a long time. He's busy. He's kind of
sat
like
on the
Anthony.
table.
He's always traveling on vacation, I guess. So no.
Just being Anthony.
So like I look up and literally, I said literally. I'm gonna do it though.
There you go.
Half of the bottle is gone. We're only supposed to do the episode, so I'm bringing Hector back a fully
That's what
unopened.
the bottles are for, man.
Hey, but I'm giving you back that back
you didn't have
because
to.
hey, but I know I appreciate what you did for us on that.
Thank you. You didn't
And I
have
have
to.
since bought a couple more of those because they taste. That's great. That one and Barterhouse got to be two of the better ones they have out.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
be honest with you, I really wanted the open one because you know how it opens
we
up
can
and
open
all
it
the
here.
flavor and stuff.
Yeah, we can open that one now if you want.
Hey, why not just add another pour in?
Thank you, Kenny. I
You're
appreciate
welcome, buddy.
it, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, I got more stuff in the box over here. So I did bring a pour that I do want to share with everybody, including Hector.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Thank you.
I know Hector likes rye. He told me before I got into rye. So what I did bring is a Hirsch 25-year rye, old school. Should be Bernheim,
Oh
cream of
my
Kentucky,
God. Can I
medley
see
type
it?
stuff. Yeah. So brought a share. We're gonna share that before we get into the rest of the bottles and all that
That is
stuff.
nice and dark.
How dark that is. Yeah. So I
Wow.
wanted to bring it for my man here.
There you go.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, pour some. You got glasses
Oh,
here.
You go ahead. I don't
How do you like that for your warm up pour?
know. Right? Hey, I'm complaining.
Oh, we all get some.
Oh,
Nice.
Everybody gets a
That
little bit of something,
is-
something.
Look at the color. Oh my.
So
Oh my.
I've tried this before. I had this once.
I don't believe you.
When it was cracked. I think that was the night we recorded with Mosick on Journey Drinkers, right?
Might have been, yeah.
And then I think that you may have snuck this in on us one night, either while we were recording or right after we were done recording.
I think it was the end of recording.
I think it was end of recording when you snuck this in once, but
Oh
man,
my.
it's a funky
It's that
nose.
chewy. Like after you drink it, you just
So
like chew.
rich.
Chew it.
how about that bottle shape on this bottle?
Oh yeah, there you go. It's a classic.
It's a classic.
Classic bottle
Stag
shape.
Junior bottle.
There you go. Looks like a lot of whiskey bottles, but the liquid inside does not look
No.
normal or standard. It's
Rye's,
like unbelievable.
Rye's at this age, like whether it's a Van Winkle Family Reserve rye, the Hirsch, those Rittenhouse ones. Once you get to that age, man, it just turns more bourbon-y also.
That finish.
Yeah. It still lingers and holds. It's still gripping me now.
Oh my.
Like I'm still tasting that finish, and I haven't had a sip in 45 seconds, 50 seconds.
I get dark chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah.
And oh my.
Dark chocolate, and then for me, I probably didn't have this descriptor initially because it took me a while to get there, but if you almost take like a holiday cake of some sort that has some kind of like a butterscotch or caramel glaze on it, it's got like fruit and everything in it. It's just a medley of just fine deliciousness.
I'm getting heavy fruit notes at the end on it.
Yeah.
Medley's the right word because this is like medley sourced stuff. Yeah. So, you know.
Get
there we
lucky. Get
go.
lucky once
Yep.
once in a while.
Yeah. But I want to share because I knew Hector liked Ryes, so thought I'd bring that down here for our little pour
Man, that's
before
so
we get
good.
into the rest of the episode.
It's fantastic.
What are you doing to me, Kenny?
Setting you up to give me another pizza. That's what I'm doing.
Wings.
Now, I have to interject here, okay? You know, I got imagined that we're going to be going back to Lexington, and Kenny's going to have like 7 pizzas in my brand new car.
Yeah.
And it's going to smell like nothing but pizza.
Hey,
We're going to have to Febreze it when you get home.
There you go.
man, you know I buy in bulk, man.
Yeah, you do.
To put them in the
Bourbon,
in the trunk.
Cubans, you know, whatever it is.
I don't think you can buy a case of pizza. It might have to be
I don't know.
a pallet of pizza.
We'll see.
It's another Volkswagen, so it's open air, the whole cabin, the trunk and everything's connected, so we're in trouble if he buys a whole bunch of
Oh
pizzas.
man, he posted a picture. He said like 2 for here and 8 to go or 10 to go, something
Yeah.
like that.
That was the Cubans in South of
hilarious.
Wrigley. It was though.
Yeah.
I actually had Cubans the other night again. I mean, I'm gonna have them for just
So you
periodically.
seriously bought that many?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
They're in the freezer. And dude, they warm up amazingly.
How big is your freezer? Or do you have those?
I have a 25 cubic foot chest
Okay.
freezer and a 17 cubic foot upright freezer, both.
Okay.
There you go.
A lot of freezer space.
He's going to buy another one now that
Dead
he's...
bodies in there.
I'm afraid to look.
Don't look.
Oh,
Don't look in the black trash bags.
Boys, as we sip on this beautiful pour that Kenny provided us, we got
Yes.
into the review this week.
Absolutely. So
And it wasn't from me, so that's good.
That wasn't from Kenny, and the title of this review is actually caramel. And I wondered, are we saying caramel, caramel? What are we saying? I'm like, I wonder if they titled it that just because they wanted to hear me say that, and
Probably.
then make fun of me afterwards. That's probably what it is. So
I'm
this is.
sorry. How do you say it?
I was saying caramel.
So growing
Yeah.
up, I said caramel because I was
Caramel,
redneck. My wife definitely, it is really caramel. That is the correct
Caramel.
pronunciation. But
Yeah.
I say caramel growing up. My wife corrected me so many times, so I do say caramel.
Well, and I say caramel corn all the time. I don't say caramel corn.
But it's
do I?
caramel. It is.
It is. Anyway, all right. So that's the title of this review, and it was left by someone with the screen name of, I think this is Italian, Fuga Bidone. I think it's a cycling term that means like to leave people behind. That's what I looked up anyway because I was so confused by that. And I'm like, is someone setting us up to make me sound weird? But anyway, it was a 5-star review, and this listener said, love you guys. Been listening for a while now, but the Raconteur episode was one of my favorites. All y'all are such a great blend on the podcast. Love listening to you, geeking out on bourbon, and your recommendations are spot on. Cannot wait to try the Raconteur. Cheers and keep up with the awesome podcast. And it was signed Jason.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
That's pretty.
It's very nice.
Yeah,
It's a very nice review.
So I do have a question though. Maybe he can message in.
Okay.
He said he can't wait to try the Raconteur. Does he have a bottle coming, or what's his source on getting that?
Well, I hope he has one coming, but if you're going to put yourself out there again and you have them,
I do not have any extra bottles anymore. I did get rid of those, but I can definitely work on getting him a sample of one if he
There you go.
needs that.
Yeah, and maybe he can give you a sample of this Hirsch 25. 25, you're right. What do you think, Kenny? No.
Sure, why
Kind of
not?
throw it in there as
Just
extra.
You have to pay triple shipping for that, dude, because it needs extra insurance.
Yeah, shipping on that Hirsch sample is about $250. And we'll see.
I was going to say. Didn't you bin actually the rest of the ounces of somebody's bottle? Of
So that
too?
was listed up as a they were going to do samples. You're buying 1 ounce or 2 ounce, and I believe 2 to 4 ounces got bought, and I literally said bin the rest. So I got the whole rest of the bottle. It worked out a good deal, though. It wasn't like it was actually undervalued a little bit. So that's why I did that. But yeah, I ended up with the whole bottle minus maybe 4 ounces.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
I'm glad that you did, sir.
And Jason, no, for real, man. Thank you for listening and the shout out. Do appreciate that.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you said love you guys. We love you too. Adrian.
And if you would like a shout out, just leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The next time we record, we'll give you a shout out.
That's right. Write it in the stalls at Brooklyn Brothers Pizza. That's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go leave the link on the stall. You didn't hear that, Hector.
What did you say?
Thank you.
So-
Exactly.
What?
What?
So, fellas,
For this week,
for this week.
Oh, what do we have?
we have a new bottle, as always.
It actually is a new bottle, though.
It is a new
It
bottle.
is brand new bottle. Yeah.
So for this week, we have a bottle of Maker's Mark Wood Finish Series 2024, the Heart Release.
The heart.
Ba-da-bum.
Oh, yeah. So this new Maker's Wood Finishing Series comes to us from the Maker's Mark Distillery in Loretta, Kentucky. This is part of Beam Suntory. The bottle date is 2024. The ABV is 56.3. The proof is 112.6. This is non-age stated, but of course, Maker's Mark, I believe that they say it's a 6-year minimum age. The mash bill is 70% corn, 16% soft red wheat, 14% malted barley, and the stave finish I put as a question mark because on the bottle it says 10 virgin oak staves. We'll probably get into talking about this a little bit, but I think they did some technique where they toasted the staves and then they put them in one cellar, aging for 5 weeks extra, and another cellar for
9 weeks extra.
9 weeks extra, something like that. So the MSRP on this bottle is $75. That's gone up a little bit since the wood finishing series started. And the secondary recently I've seen 125 to 150, but I have to pause for a moment to say I did Google this bottle, and when you Google it, it comes up and guess how much it costs.
How much?
Like anywhere from $250 to $300 from online liquor stores. So
Wow.
whatever's
They're
going
already
on with it,
bumping up the
like I don't know if it's the newness of it or whatever, but remember always not to just Google bottles and try to buy them online.
Wow,
We
yeah.
don't recommend that. But anyway,
Well, let's talk about this bottle.
I think that Hector just took a little nosing of that.
Preview.
Yeah, preview. There you go. There's a preview for the nosing. But
So
yeah.
you know what this bottle reminds me of?
What's that,
Right
sir?
off the bat. It reminds me of the 1 liter version of 1792, where it is skinny but just pushed up in an awkward, I don't know, bottle shape.
Do you know what's funny? Before you said that, because the only time we've seen this bottle shape before was with the cellar release, right?
That's
Yeah.
what I say. To me, it looks like the cellar bottle.
Right, but if you really look at it, Kenny, he's exactly right. Because what did they do? They took their regular style Maker's bottle and made it longer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that ever until you said it. And
Did a
that's
little
all it is.
HGH.
It's like they took and stretched the bottom out and made it more narrow, and the top is. I bet you if you got another Maker's bottle, it's almost exactly the same the way the top rim is right here.
So that looks different than the previous, was it BRT,
Yeah, I think those are just the normal
FAO1,
bottles.
FAO2,
I mean,
all those.
I should have a bottle on the bar. Regular one.
Maybe we'll take a look at it here shortly. But the old wood, they call it the old wood finishing series because those were in the cylinder shaped bottles ish with like the oval shaped ones, and they had different color labels and everything else. And
They were more in the 46 style bottle, right?
yeah, I think it is a 46 style bottle. You're right. See,
Or
you know
the
makers
or the private select bottle.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it matches the private select
Yeah.
bottle. So this is the first time they put something out other than cellar that looks in this bottle. What do you guys think of it? Marketing. Give us some marketing analysis, everybody. I want to hear it.
Well, the label is definitely different. It's definitely like feels more like customized or like handmade or special or unique, one off.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the label, I think it does look better than the FAO1, FAO2 type of series.
They
the,
did.
The BEP.
They didn't listen to us though. But what do you think of it, Hector? What do you think of it?
To me, it looks more traditional. Looks more makers. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't have any of that coloring
I-
like the other ones did.
Yeah.
I do love the bottle. I think I like better than the other releases.
Okay.
It's
The
just nice.
stickers are all, like, look at the back sticker. Isn't it applied, not centered, or is that just my eyes?
It's hard.
pretty
Yeah.
centered.
It's pretty centered.
Must
I
have
can't
been,
tell.
I've been drinking a little bit.
It's off
It's because
kilter.
you didn't eat. That's why.
Yeah, you didn't eat. Well, I haven't eaten.
I will gorge myself.
We're going to have to carry him out of here pretty soon. But yeah, you know what's interesting to me is my big critique of this bottle, and we can kind of get into talking more about it here in a second, is I was always, from the time they started the wood finishing series, you can hear it in previous episodes, I was kind of hard on Maker's Mark because they do not do a good job of explaining what it is that they're doing to this whiskey in a way that the consumer understands it. Even look at the bottle. It has a batch code on the bottom, right? What does the batch code on the bottom of that thing say? It says BR22A.
Oh, God.
Means absolutely nothing to me, right?
Oh, you don't know?
What does that mean? Do you know?
22 is the warehouse. A is the either the rick or the row it was in,
Okay.
and BR is so people that don't know Makers.
I don't. This is good.
Is-
Good
This is all
education
new.
here.
Yeah.
Makers is the only big person, the big distillery that they actually rotate
Every barrel.
all their
Right.
barrels.
Yep.
I think we talked about it last episode. It's kind of weird to me. So it doesn't matter what tour I go on. If I go on a Heaven Hill tour, if I'm at Wild Turkey, if I'm at wherever, at least one person on the tour asked those people, do you rotate your barrels?
Right.
And they say no, but that's the thing. Nobody rotates their barrels except Makers.
Right.
So evidently everybody in the world must at least go on a Makers Mark tour because they ask every other distillery the same thing.
They must
Okay.
go there first.
Must go there first, right?
Because it's so well known.
Even though they're the only ones that do it from a major distillery, they always ask that question. So BR stands for Brown Recluse. They have a huge Brown Recluse like in that area. No, they do.
There's no way.
They do. Man.
Are you serious?
So they have to use extra protection when they go in that area, and that's
Anthony, I don't believe him at all.
There's no freaking way. There's no way.
Look.
Is this part of the facts optional
there
part of the
one.
podcast?
Hey, facts option. You got to decide what's real and what's not real.
Well, thank you for that education, Kenny. Here we are thinking to
Deep
get
insight.
something.
Thank you.
You always like listening, so like you were like, oh, what's he gonna say?
Yeah, we were. We were all listening.
You started strong. You
But
fell
the
off.
rotating barrels is real.
It is.
Brown Recluse is not real, so I have no idea what that means.
Well, I'm not sure. And then the other thing I discovered while looking at this, it says it's volume 1 of 5, whatever that means. And then I said that the proof was 112.6, but on this bottle, I was getting that from the press release. So this bottle says 111.7 or 55.85. So that means that this proof is slightly different from what they put in the press release that came out.
Okay.
But that's not been uncommon. I mean, I think it was BEP that had 2 different proofs. BRT had different proofs.
Yeah.
So
So I wonder if volume 1 of 5 means they have 5 different batches of the same stuff that could be slightly different proofs too.
maybe that'd be really interesting.
Or is volume 1 of 5 like they're going to have 4 more coming of this series later?
Right.
I think that's what they said. I think there was like 5 more
Gotcha.
releases coming.
Okay, so it's the first one.
Yeah.
So it's made its own little collection.
Very good. I got to continue collecting the vertical
There
thing
you
because
go.
I have the previous one.
So Hector, you did pour some of that, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I have to give you a blind that also the other boys have here as well.
Yeah, we're here 5 minutes. We're trying to eat. Kenny's over here setting up the table, pouring blinds.
Yep.
Worried about blinds. He's like a master alchemist over here. So make sure you don't
Put
confuse
that one on
your
the
glasses.
left. Yep. Put that one on the left. There you go.
My left or your left?
Your left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, boys, should we go for our first nosing?
Sounds good.
Well, the nose is nice. I wonder if, because usually on these, they don't really have a huge secondary. I wonder if the maker's cellar has amplified this bottle up. Because I did the same thing too. I just like Googled it, and I saw where a lot of those online retailers are $250 to $300, and usually this stuff doesn't go that high at all.
There's just something comforting about nosing makers.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's just because it's a lot of us. It's probably the first bourbon we kind of got into, or we tasted, but it smells like home for some reason.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good way to put it because Makers is the starter bourbon for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's one that you're going to find, like we've said in previous episodes, at most weddings, bars, places, when you are looking for bourbon,
it holds
you're
up.
going to get it.
It holds up, and when you mix it or bake with it. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do with it now.
That's right,
So,
exactly. It's an all-purpose bourbon. But this nose is on another level. What are you guys picking up on it?
I mean, just like the bottle says, chocolate maple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chocolate maple.
I get apples.
Apples? Okay. Orchards.
Like green apple,
Right.
kind of.
Little orchard fruit kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's syrupy.
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 I do get the maple for sure.
Yeah, the
I
ma-
don't get much of the chocolate though.
Yeah, it's interesting because every time I'm revisiting this, because it has been sitting for a second, the one thing that I am getting, that the syrup for me, the maple that you guys talked about, is almost like a rum maple-y like a rum raisin.
Yeah,
But that's like, it hasn't changed for me. That's a one note that hasn't changed. And again, that orchard fruit too.
So when you nose, like you start nosing in, I didn't get apple, but once I nosed again and I nosed it for like longer, once I got past the first 4 to 5 seconds, I do pick up like a crispness, an apple-y, a kind of that green tart kind
Right.
of, but that's like 5 to 7 seconds into the nose on it. Like we just,
That's crazy. It's
you know,
layered.
just consistently. Yeah.
Kind of like when you leave a green apple Jolly Rancher in the car in the heat, and
I like
then
that.
you open the door.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Do a big,
Sounds like from experience.
Yeah, I've done that.
I know what you mean. Because, it's like a candied sweetness.
Yeah.
I can't wait any longer. Say it, Steven, please.
So I want to learn more
Please
about
say
this
it,
bottle.
Steven. Please say
No,
it. Please say it,
go
Steven.
for the first taste.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Mold over pig.
There it is.
Well, let's go for our first taste.
That's a quick
taste.
one today. We're
There you
tasting
go.
Thank
already.
you,
Okay,
thank
here we
you.
go.
The nose is so good that
Kenny's impatient because he wants to eat.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is good.
I want to hear what you guys think about the flavor of this because I got a couple things I'm picking out that are interesting.
Hector, what is this lady's name right here that works here?
She's my niece.
That's
She's
your niece?
Crystal. She told me what she did.
Yeah, that's true though. No, it is. It happens all the time, nonstop.
I asked her.
Nonstop.
I was like, "Did Kenny tell you to say that?"
Yeah, no, I did not.
And she's like, "No,
It just
no,
happens, he does.
Yeah.
He got at the daggone UK basketball camp.
Yeah, from
Some
one
of the players said
yeah.
look like
we talked about that in a previous
yeah, Adam
episode.
Sandler. So yeah, it's funny.
And I got it from two people a couple days ago as well, and then this today. So
There you go.
apparently I'm in the wrong business. I need to make movies and make money.
You need to be as double in movies.
Yeah,
I know, right? Steven, can you represent me? Can you be an agent, sir?
30% cut.
30%.
That's a lot.
30%.
If you get me in there, I'll give you 30%. So
You didn't know I was the hardest working man in Hollywood, did you?
I did not know that. Get surprised by something new every day.
This is really good.
I like that.
It's got like a light mouth taste to it, right?
It's not quite as sweet as I thought it would be based on the nose, though.
From the apple.
But I do like it.
And the raisin.
Right.
I was thinking like
I
a
really
deep
thought it
fruit
was gonna be
sweetness, but it's
sweeter.
not. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought it was going to be sweeter? And
Yeah, because of the nose, you know.
'Cause of the nose, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be sweeter.
Maple, chocolate, caramel.
I mean, it has some sweetness to it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as sweet as I
No.
thought it would be based on the nose.
I'm surprised that it has quite a bit of oakiness to it. It's got a nice oak backbone,
Right.
Like very oaky. But you know what's funny? I remember the SEPR4. I think that was the one that I had. I think that was the second one of their wood finishing series, and that tasted very, to me, a little more oaky than the others in that series. And so that's kind of what I was thinking as well.
Definitely has some oakiness to it.
Yeah.
So it's not quite as sweet. A little more oak, a little more spice to it that way.
I do get that chocolate
You get it now?
bit, very little,
Yeah.
not so much.
But the finish is really lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kind of just lingers and forever.
Right.
Right on the mid powder tongue.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I think this is quintessential fall bourbon. I know it's the middle of the summer.
I agree with you, dude.
But I think this is like very fall to
Yeah.
me. Like it's going to be something that I'm going to want to probably reach for when the weather starts to get a little bit cooler. It just reminds me of that for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we know why it's called, what is it, the heart release?
I've heard something about it, but I'm not 100% sure. So
I really wish I, knew
think-
more.
I think
Could
the-
make something up.
Kenny, why is this called the heart release?
So what happened was there was a.
He knows.
No,
Oh
I do know,
my.
man. So Bill Samuels was having some chest issues, and this heart surgeon
Did you say heart surgeon or heart virgin?
heart surgeon
Surgeon.
with the virgin stays, but his heart surgeon came and helped save his life, so he allowed that heart surgeon to go on a barrel pick, and that was his favorite taste profile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
It's very generous of him.
Yep.
There you go.
I heard something different.
Yeah, that's probably what you probably heard is more accurate. So
Again, I'm not sure. I think this is. They were going around asking employees like what they think of the distillery, the smells and everything. So this is what they say.
The heart of it all, or what?
The heart of it all, heart of the.
Okay, I gotcha.
You know what? That kind of maybe matches with my first thought. It just feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Again, that's. I'm not 100% sure, but that's.
It could
that's
be,
what
and
I've heard.
I'm going to go really out on a limb here. It could be that Maker's Mark wants to come out and talk about something about the heart because, as you guys know, Denny Potter recently departed the distillery to go on and do his own thing. He's actually, I think, pairing up with another Maker's Mark alum, which is Jane. Is it Jane Bowie? Is that her name? So Widow Jane. And so it's going to be Potter Jane Distillery that started. And so when you look at the press release of this, Maker's actually did not have like a new master distiller as far as I know. They have somebody named Sue Buckner or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was. Who's their like innovation person and master blender. But past that, it's interesting to me because, you know, I'm tying into a lot of maybes here, but I'm just saying, like, Maker's Mark continues. It endures no matter who comes and goes from there. The Samuels family, that's a staple. So maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe that's why it's called the heart release. I don't know. It's good. It's good theory, right?
I mean, it's better than Kenny's.
Better than Kenny's and better than mine. Better than mine, for sure.
Mine is very realistic. I just flipped it over to Makers.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Mine's real. Hence the Booker's pick, right?
There you go. That's
For
right.
the doctor thing.
Yeah, that's right. Back when I think it was Fred needed a new kidney.
There
right?
you go.
There you go.
So, hey, mine was pretty accurate.
So you just going on borrowing from another brand in there. So perfect.
Let me add something to this review.
Okay.
This to me tastes, not that I taste a lot of older bourbons,
Right.
but this to me tastes like a dusty, you know? Like an older.
I definitely.
Bourbon.
I don't know. Kenny's more the dusty expert, so
Right.
that's his territory. But I would say older in terms of age. I definitely think it drinks above its age for sure.
So when I go back, so after I let it sit for a while, after I pour and let it sit, I get like a little earthiness to it.
Yeah, that kind of
and that
earthiness.
earthiness can kind of relate to like older dusty stuff because it is not like dirt in a bad way, but a little earthier than I thought it would be. It's definitely not as sweet or as like bright per se as I thought it would be. It's definitely more a little spicy, a little earthy, little danker, darker.
No doubt.
So before we go to Pastor Abba, I did pour you all a blind.
Ooh.
I would like for you to drink that blind next to this,
Okay.
and we will see what you think.
The old Louisville pick.
Man, he already got it.
Old Louisville pick is something that we love to mention. If you've never had it, I'm on bottle 2
I had
of
some
it.
last night, man.
Yeah, I have. I've drank one bottle full, and then I am about 2/3 of the way through another. And when did you pick that again, just to make sure I'm keeping track of what I'm drinking?
April last year.
Okay, so that's okay. A bottle and a 2/3 in a year. That's okay.
Yeah, I had it again last night. My buddy Jason came over. Never sipped with Jason before. Known him since like we were teenagers. Played
Right.
baseball together. So he came by, and I did pour him that as well. So we had a few good pours last night. Fun time.
That's awesome.
Caleb couldn't come because he was watching television.
So can I say can I say something
For real?
while you guys are nosing?
Sure.
So English is my second language.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can tell.
You're
I couldn't tell
great. I can tell. Yeah.
So I have an idea.
Okay.
The mashup in Spanish.
Oh.
There's no podcast out there in Spanish
For bourbon.
for bourbon.
Is there an auto translator for
Yeah.
us?
Can you help us with that?
Machine. Oh wait, with AI, maybe it can just translate us.
There you go.
I probably could.
Who would you want to be your voice dub though?
I don't even know.
There you go.
Hola.
That's a really.
Kenny. I mean,
Hola, eh. I think we did that last episode.
there's nobody
Roll
doing
the kid and play now.
bourbon. There's nobody doing bourbon podcasts.
Yeah.
Right.
Like in Spanish, like that. Nobody.
Well,
And as you guys know, just people like me, you
Yep.
know, that we speak the language. You know, we love bourbon,
yep.
and all we have is this.
Right.
Right.
And
Is there tequila podcast
Ooh.
in Spanish?
yeah,
That's
there
what I
is,
figured,
there
yeah.
is.
Okay, so there is.
That's
cheers.
all.
I mean, because I can't say much because I didn't really try my first tequila until I was like
Yeah.
22, maybe.
Oh, you were good then.
Oh,
Yeah,
You were legal. I'm proud of you.
That's good.
no, I mean, all I tried was like, I started with Jack Daniels.
Right.
okay.
I think we all did. That's all I did. Just Jack Daniels, Crown Royal, Crown and Coke, Jack and Coke,
Right.
Jack and Red Bull. I didn't know anything like about good stuff. So when we came here, we opened bar, and reps came to us and talked to us about different bourbons and whiskeys and stuff. I was like, I will just get one of those big 1.75 bottles of Jack and fill up whatever.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, no, they're not the same. I was like, what do you mean they're not the same? It's all brown juice. I mean,
Yeah.
it should taste the same. They're
Right.
like, nope.
So we got on this blonde here, fellers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
No, I like it.
Kenny, first off, I want to say you did a good job with this blind.
Yeah. I think it's good.
I haven't tasted it yet, but just nosing it is really nice. But when you switch back over to the makers, I instantly pick up on the maple.
Right.
If you go back and forth, that maple just pops.
Right. I agree.
It could be a good blend. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you please.
Yeah.
Oh,
On this blind, it is. I picked it on purpose. Now keep in mind we're remote, so like usually I don't have to do this ahead of time. I'll be
You have to
sitting
think about
there
it.
and think of, and just while we're recording, I'll go grab something off the shelf. But I had to bring something ahead of time.
This was premeditated.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's because of that reason. I'm guessing half premeditation and half on the nose. I still think this is a maker's product. I think that maybe you picked another maker's product to blind us against, but that's just me.
on the nose,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I thought.
Right. Because they're very
palate-
similar.
On the
Palate's
yeah,
throwing me a little bit.
yeah,
Palate
it's different.
is
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anybody hears some people in the background, we were pretty much alone this whole entire time until just now. People had to sit next to us, even
That's
though there's 700 open tables
Kenny.
other places.
Kenny.
I just think it's funny.
You silly.
They had to sit here. But it's
You're
all
silly.
good.
You're silly, dude.
All right, so
All right, so what is it, Kenny?
votes,
Confused
fellas.
right now.
You've got to vote. You like the blind better or the original better?
Oof.
And like I said, I still don't. This isn't really a true way of doing it. I've told you guys that the last couple episodes. The true way is for you not know at all what you're
double blind,
drinking,
right.
double blind. But we for just being able to pick out noses, talk about it, we do have to do it this way. But we'll see what you think about the blind versus the original here. And I'm actually gonna do this, Anthony. I'm gonna close my eyes, man.
Uh-oh.
If you want to hand me either one of those, right? Yeah.
Either
Eyes
one?
are closed. Yep.
Okay.
Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed.
He actually listens to the sound of the table like he's Ray Charles or something
Sonar.
like that.
Sonar.
Speaking of that, man, I think Stevie Wonder can actually see, dude. I've
think
seen
he
a lot of
can?
videos.
Yeah, I've
Shaq
heard
used to
those.
live it. Yeah, dude.
He's got
yeah.
sonar vision?
No,
Yeah.
no, I ain't see, bro. I think it's all fake. According to Shaq. According to Shaq, it's
I mean,
fake.
there's those theories out there.
Here we go now. We're accusing Stevie Wonder of faking. I mean, this is just getting off the rails now.
I like the second one better, Anthony.
Okay. Ooh. There you go. Oh, man.
What do you think he sees?
He sees ones and zeros in the Matrix.
He's Neo.
The Matrix glasses. All right. So, fellas, where are you at on this blonde compared to the Maker's, the Heart Release?
I'm voting because I know what's
Steven?
in the right glass, but
Steven,
here.
if you try the blind first and then go back to makers,
Yeah.
it's a different taste. And then if you taste makers and go back,
Do it.
it's just like it's confusing, man.
Yeah.
This is actually hard.
Well, I said, but,
Kenny did a good job with this one.
but keep in mind, when
This
we're doing
is-
this, it's not to guess what's what. It's just
No,
picking
no,
first
no,
place,
no,
second
no, no,
place.
no.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
see which
yeah.
one I like better.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult.
Yeah, difficult. Yeah, exactly.
I don't care,
both
Kenny.
good.
They're both good.
They are.
I'm going to give an edge to the heart release over the blind.
Okay.
Small edge.
And you're single blind. Now, I just double blinded mine. Well, I didn't double blind. I know what they are. I truly blinded mine. You actually did not blind though.
I did not blind.
So what
no.
did you do?
None of you all are blind.
No, I could see.
No, because we know
you all know
we know
what
what's
you're
in one
drinking
glass.
in the
Yeah.
one glass.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what I did, but I did pick whatever you gave me second.
Right.
Okay.
So
So I can tell you what I gave you second.
which one did you give me
was
second?
This glass.
Okay, gotcha.
Is that the blind?
That's the blind. So the blind one and a blind with me. You guys are not blinding. You just know because you know what the one is.
I think I know what the other one is, though, and it's a darn good whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's been a long time since
So
I've
here's the
had
thing.
it.
I will blind you all on this soon because, like I said, that's the only way to truly get it is blind.
I'm going to try to psychology
Man, I don't
Kenny
know.
on this one.
I'm not guessing, okay? I'm not guessing.
Yeah.
But this one, to me, tastes like one of my, the blind tastes like one of my favorite ones. And that's early times, old school, all the times.
Old school early times? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. The
Interesting.
plastic.
So Anthony votes the new heart release.
Right.
I vote the blind. Do you vote the blind over the heart?
I like the nose on the makers better,
Right.
but the taste,
Okay.
I don't
I'm gonna have to agree with Hector. I think it's
by 1 point.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing.
Like half
by
a point.
a tenth of a point.
Point one.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm on an island by myself?
All right, you're on island by yourself.
Okay.
That's
right.
okay, man. It's okay.
Yep.
So the blind is Makers FAO2.
I knew it. I freaking knew it.
Because to me, that's the best.
I was
It
going to
is.
psychology
That
the
is
crap
good.
out
I
of you.
have a bottle and I haven't opened it.
Oh, you got
Dang
to.
it.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, here's what I'm going to say. I want
Somebody
you
I know has 5 cases of those.
Who?
We're
You
going to
know,
keep that quiet.
Hey, you may have rode up in the car with him.
Anthony.
Not me. I do think I have 2 bottles of FAO too, though, for sure. Here's what I'll say. I kind of figured you were going to do that, and the only reason I thought you were going to do that is because we have blinded the wood finishing series many times, and we all agree that FAO2 is one of the best, if not the best, and it beats other things, other weeders. It kills them in blind.
But I will-
let me clarify real quick. It wasn't that I was saying it's bad. I just would pick the new one over it. That's it. Which is
I'm so happy that was the first one I bought too.
there you go. Exactly.
Yeah, but I will say the BR, what was it? Like after the FAO2, they had
BRT
BEP.
1
They
and
had BRT 1 and 2.
Those are boo. Those are
Boo, not
blah.
good. BEP
Blah,
to me
blah,
was
blah.
not good at all. This actually is good.
Right.
So, gentlemen, would you pass, try, or buy on the Maker's Mark Wood Finish Series, the 2024 The Heart Release?
I'll go first, even though since I picked it over the blind, I'm going to be a buy. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this bottle out. I hope I can get my hands on it, and I hope I don't have to pay anything more than what the SRP is, which is $75. I think once you trend to the higher costs, I'd probably not care so much to buy this on a secondary. It's a retail bottle, buy all day for me. Secondary, I probably wouldn't be spending $125, $150 on this, unless you're, I guess, a hardcore Makers fan who just needs to have it in your collection. But I'm confused over here because it looks like Hector's pouring us more blinds.
Hector's pouring a blind.
Uh-oh.
Love it. Love it.
He's been hanging out with
Kenny
Kenny.
style.
Yeah,
There
That's
you
right,
go.
baby.
I guess I'll go next. I will be buy as well.
Okay.
It just reminds me of just Makers to the T.
Yeah.
So I agree with you though. Retail is the price. Getting to that mid 100 range. I mean, unless
Right.
you just really love Makers, but we're MSRP. I'm fine.
And I want to steal this from Kenny on the back of what you said because I know he'd say it. You can still find in some groups people posting FAO2s for like $60.
Oh, retail, huh?
No, 70, 70,
Nah,
75.
lowest I've seen is 90, 95. Lowest I've seen.
But I'm talking about the person who's unloading their Makers that just
that
posts a
doesn't
lot
know.
and says, take it for $60 or whatever.
Maybe some like makers groups that are smaller,
Right.
that are doing like more of like the Keeneland makers and the
Yeah.
Tubby makers and the whatever. Yeah. All right. Hector, you want to go next?
We should let you go first.
yeah,
Guest
yeah.
of honor.
Okay,
here. We
official
don't let you go
pass, try,
first
bow.
here.
I was waiting for that.
There you go. My bad.
Anthony
okay.
is so rude.
I am rude. I'm very rude.
I'm gonna go buy.
All right.
I'm a buy. I think they're both great. And I mean, how much did I pay for that? Probably $70, 75 bucks.
Right.
So I'm a buy.
All
Just,
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely a buy.
All right.
All right.
Kenny?
So
Break the streak here.
I am no. I'm approaching a few different ways though.
Okay.
I am a buy as well. Definitely a buy.
Out of 75.
Yeah, these are 75, 80 bucks. So I'm a buy at retail, like what Steven said, and I think Anthony said, you said. I'm a buy at retail. I am a buy 1 or 2 at retail.
Okay.
This is not buy cases of it.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because cases of FAO2 I got for like $55, $59.
okay.
I did say that.
But I'm a buy at retail. I am a total pass at secondary.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about the websites, the $250. I'm talking about our local Facebook group or local national Facebook groups that are 125, 130.
Yeah, 125. Yeah.
Because there's no possible way I pay 125 for this when FAO2 on secondary is still $100 is what I usually see them going for. You might get lucky and see a 60, 65 or someone's
Right.
unloading something.
Right.
But someone that knows what they have, FAO2 is $90 to $100. So there's no possible way I could be a buy on this at secondary. But I'm definitely a buy at retail. This is definitely the very best one since FAO2.
Yeah, I agree.
Beats the BRTs, beats the BEP easily for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. And boy, I think a clean sweep is warranted there, but proceed with caution, I would say, because I feel like because it's in the same bottle as what the seller release was, and that thing still sells for $300 to $350, you're probably going to see some confusion there where people are just going to see this bottle and think it's seller and might buy it. What do you
Yeah.
think? Some newbies might.
Yeah, sellers, I've still seen them around
marked up.
400.
Yeah, seller's still high. Yeah. Uh-oh, so as we're
Hector
finishing,
has blinds here.
as I thought we were finished, Hector is pulling out some blinds here. I got to make sure I clear out the other glasses here. So, did you just feel inspired to do a bonus pour for us? Did Kenny inspire you?
He did. For real.
Well, while we're doing this, can I
That brown
toss?
recluse bit him.
Wow, whatever this is has a very mapley nose.
The nose is
kidding.
strong.
Very strong nose too.
Down to get the friction on.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
This blind is more like for you
Ooh.
than us. So
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
For
All right.
Anthony.
He's calling me out here.
This
He's
is
saying
a
it's me.
tater bottle then.
Happy Gilmore.
Steven's throwing the shots at me.
Happy Gilmore blind.
Happy blonde.
Callahoo.
Adam, keep it down.
Man,
what
That's
do you guys
nice.
think? Yeah.
I think the nose is really nice. You know what though? I gotta let it a little bit to come out of the bottle because I'm picking up a little bit of ethanol too on the nose, popping out of the glass. But I gotta make sure I have it coated first. It's got a little bit of that the profile, and it's a little bit younger wood on the nose, a little bit, just a little bit.
Younger wood as in...
Charred,
Okay.
2x4,
Gotcha.
younger
Okay.
wood kind of
Okay.
stuff. So it's got a like honey wheat note to it as well. Honey nose. Oh man,
That's good.
palate is good.
This is fantastic.
Palate's really good. Wow.
You going to guess, Anthony?
Because of what
My
he said,
mind went to some kind of BT
That's-
weeder.
yeah,
BT weeder
I
all
think it's
day.
like a 107 pick.
You think it's a 107
Antique 107 pick.
I was gonna say foolproof maybe. 107
Man, if
or
this is a
foolproof?
foolproof, hang on.
107 or foolproof. It's a BT weeder profile though to me anyway. That's what
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
If this is well or foolproof, it is
Very tame.
very tame, not hot to be hot. So that's why I go 107 pick.
Uh-oh, I see Hector giving a. He's fooled us all. I think.
damn, I looked
It's
at
probably, yeah. This is probably some kind of like, what's that weeder that we, old elk, some old elk weeder.
Could be old elk. The
What
other
is
thing
this,
is,
Mr. Hector?
Hector, what are you pouring, another one?
you know, what else is this?
It is a blind.
This,
So
that's
we're
it.
at-
This could be Paragon Southern Star as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a Weller killer.
Yeah, it is, actually. Dude, that Paragon Stars.
Okay.
That's
Is
out
it-
North,
is that any
that's out North
indication?
Carolina as well.
Oh, he's got a Weller
I got a
glass.
Weller Glen.
I got a wild turkey fan.
I randomly picked
I got
it.
the old rip one.
Old rip. This
Brown
smells
butter.
finished. This smells finished.
Or
Second blind smells
butterscotch.
Oh yeah. To me, it smells.
I almost get bacon.
I smell the
Bacon.
brown sugar, molasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, candied bacon. Candied bacon
That's
on the
a-
nose.
Okay, you got that too?
Candied bacon.
Yeah.
Bang. Good job.
Candy.
It smells finished to me,
Yeah,
man.
it's a
super
jerky,
sweet.
some sort of
this is ultra
cured
sweet.
meat.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I don't get that beefy note on a lot of. I think I've only gotten it like twice in my life, and I'm
You
trying to
gotta
remember
really
where I got
inhale.
it. Yeah, you got to inhale. You get that beefy note. It's beefy. So I would pick.
Ooh.
This second one is a different animal. It's the palate is just Very rich compared to the first one.
Yeah, the beef jerky edition is really good.
Yeah, it's but it's a different kind. I think we're dealing with two different animals here, right?
Yeah.
One's a little bit thinner, more sweet. The other one's a little bit more rich, a little bit more full-bodied. But I'm gonna die if these are actually the same exact kind of distillate.
This is a finish. This is finishing something.
You think it's finished?
Yeah. This is
Which
way
one?
too.
Which one? The second one?
It's way too sweet and toasty to be not finished in something.
Toasted is a good guess. It's a really good guess. Yeah, toasted is a really good guess.
These are both.
Kenny, you have your phone with you?
My phone, yes.
I'm gonna send you these pictures. Don't open it.
Okay, don't open it.
No.
All right.
Okay.
My phone's there. My phone's on the table, so it's right there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna open it.
So what are we gonna do? Which one we like? Which blind we like better? What are we doing here?
Well, I actually think before you guys do anything, okay, because this has been a history lesson missed in this podcast that I have to tell us about real quick. Kenny's glaring at me. So the fact that we're in Corbin today with you and we're doing a Maker's Mark bottle, I had to mention that when I was looking for connections to Kentucky bourbon in Corbin, it was very scant. But what I found out was good old Colonel Sanders, when his chicken joint went under, and he was trying to figure out what the next step was, he actually employed Bill Samuels Jr. to go across Kentucky with him to sell his chicken to other restaurants. And that was Bill Samuels, one of his first jobs, was going around with Colonel Sanders, the original, the OG, in Corbin for Kentucky Fried Chicken, and selling that
Dang.
stuff. So I had to bring that up. I know that you guys grimace all the time when I bring up history on the podcast,
like this.
but I had to do it.
I wonder
so.
if it's going to be like on the history of food.
There
If
you go.
That ever going to come up if they do like a KFC version.
There you go. It's a spinoff. We'll have to do that at some point in time. But back to these blinds.
Blinds.
I hit the first blind again. I could definitely see it as a 107 pick. Or something crazy like the Southern Stars North Carolina weeder. But
Oh, man. That's a sweet weeder.
It's
I'm
a
gonna go
It's a
nice.
weeder.
I'm going to go 107 pick just as my guess.
Yeah.
And then the second one, it's so sweet and caramelly and toasty. It's got to be something finishing something.
I was going the BT route, but he might be going the Weeder route for you.
I don't know.
So it could be anything then.
I'm so confused. I think the first one's solidly in the Buffalo Trace camp. Second one, I'm not sure.
So,
Uh-oh, here we go. Is this the reveal? I got to prepare myself.
no. Like, which one you like better?
Oh, are we doing it better?
Yeah. Or what do you guys think?
Right now,
What I
after the other pours that we had, I want somebody else to go first because I usually lead us
I
off
would
on this.
love for Kenny to go out first.
Okay, Kenny, you're on the hot seat.
All right, just drink the first one. Go back to the second one real quick.
Dang, that's fooling me so bad.
This is a real blind.
What?
I'm going back and forth here real quick. One more sip of the first one.
I think they're like both mouthfeels are completely different animals, right, Kenny?
They're definitely different.
Yeah.
But hang on here. I'm going to go back for the first one.
I have a guess. I'm going to tell you what my guess is, and I'll wait till you're done.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to be completely wrong, too, and I'm going to love every minute of it.
The second one is a big, bold punch in your face. Not in a bad way, not ethanol punch, just a big, flavorful punch in your face. Toasty,
dark
very
flavors.
dark,
Yeah,
sweet.
dark flavors.
Dark,
Yep,
yeah.
Boom.
yep.
The second one I'm sorry, that was the second one. The first one comes at me in waves. The first one seems more balanced and complete to me.
Yeah.
The second one I really think is something finished. It's so punchy and sweet and dark and dank. So I lean the first blind for me personally. It tastes more balanced and complete, and I think it's just traditionally regular bourbon or whiskey, not something finishing something. But both are actually very good.
Yeah.
So I could drink either one of those and be very happy with either one. But I'm going to lean number one over number two.
I'm going to piggyback off Kenny that I really enjoyed both of these pours. So I just think night after night, I probably prefer the first pour than the second pour.
Okay.
It's like Kenny says, more balanced. I feel like I'd enjoy that more long term than I
Right.
guess, this one-off pour that I'm going to say is the second pour.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're going off of volume,
Right.
like the first pour, I could drink 2 or 3 fingers of that.
Right.
Second pour, man, it's a flavor bomb, but
I can't go long
I
term
couldn't
with
drink more than right.
Right.
Because it's so flavorful.
Right.
I actually am going to agree, and I was going to say the only thing I'd give the pro on the second glass over the first is the finish. I think the finish on the second glass, the one I'm referring to as a flavor bomb, is pretty intense. I almost kind of want to guess that it might be some kind of a Willet. That's kind of like a weird thing I'm thinking right there. Maybe some kind of Willet. And then this, though, I'm still on the right glass. I'm still thinking it's definitely some kind of Buffalo Trace product. That's where I'm at on the right glass.
So, Hector, which one do you like?
Are you guys ready?
What's that?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm still picking
this
number 1 over 2.
I just opened these bottles last night.
Oh, wow.
Okay, fresh
These are
crack.
fresh cracks.
So yeah, and then one of them, I have had it for a couple of years, 2 years,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and the other one I just got it a few months ago.
Oh, my God. These are going to be like some no-name things, aren't they?
Kind of. So they both are single barrel picks.
Okay.
Of the Tennessee stuff that you talked about, Sugarland.
No, no.
This is a new batch of Old Louisville.
Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
What-
looking at his pictures here.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Well, okay.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'm sorry.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So the first one, it's a new riff,
Okay.
single barrel, store pick, total wine.
Are you serious?
Anthony, were you on this pick?
Am
my God.
serious.
Are you dead serious? This
The
tastes...
second one, it's a new riff,
Oh.
single barrel,
So both new riff.
liquor barn.
So this is just...
Same thing.
Both
This
new
is
riffs.
Total
Same.
Wine
And
versus
Liquor
Liquor
Barn.
Barn. Oh, my
wow.
God.
And actually, the liquor barn is older than the total wine.
Holy cow. Sir, first of all, I just picked Total Wine over Liquor Barn,
Yep.
which is very sad. And then New Riff. You know, what does anybody say about New Riff?
Bro, new
and
riff. We
The
keep
fact that their
saying,
stuff
man.
fools everybody all the time.
But just like the new riff, that 8 year, it beat 1924 in blinds for me 3 times now.
To be honest with you, like I own, I have a bunch of liquor barn, Eagle Rares, and,
Right.
and Total Wine.
Right.
I prefer Total Wine.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Like picks overall.
Oh.
Think about this.
We're
Think
going
about
in
this.
dark territory here,
Okay.
Hector.
Kenny's
I
gonna
was
fight.
excited about the food.
Think about this.
Everything else.
This food is trash.
Think about this.
Okay, I'm
Think
listening.
about what he said last time.
What?
You know, a liquor barn have actually people go in and pick the barrels, right?
Right.
Total Wine, they're like, yeah, it's just
Send me
excuse me,
whatever.
whatever, yeah,
Right.
blah blah blah. So I'm thinking, actually, people who knows what should bourbon taste like,
Right.
they're the ones picking up the barrels. That's what I'm thinking.
That's
So
an
the
interesting
distillery
theory.
tasters
Tasters
are just
exactly.
sending
They're just
Total
like,
Wine
oh,
their
this is,
picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
and they're trusting
that
these
is
people.
a thought I did not think about.
I
There
didn't
you
think
go.
about that either.
That's a
but
good
that's-
angle I
So-
did not think about. It's a very good angle I didn't think about.
So I've like every pick, like Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare,
Hidden Barn, Malort.
all those. I've been picking Total Wine over Liquor Barn.
Now-
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that is a safe thing for the distilleries to do? For their product to be shown and not like a one-off like barrel, like people like a single barrel 2B? They can get kind of like what the profile of the company wants to present?
But again, you know, if I'm a small business
Right.
and picking up
Yeah.
a barrel that I know like my
Your people, yeah.
people,
Yeah, what your people like.
then then I would pick, you know,
What they
what
they're
they
gonna
would
like.
go for. you
That's
know.
fair enough. Yeah.
Well, I think I can explain this real quick,
Okay, go
okay?
ahead.
At least from my palate. Number one, I don't drink Total Wine picks. Because I don't shop there. Imagine that. I do drink more Liquor Barn picks, but it's harder to get Liquor Barn picks typically because they're usually sold out faster than Total Wine.
No.
And I don't even think Total Wine actually puts bourbon out. Do they put bourbon out for people to buy? I'm sorry. I'm just being smart.
only if you are a Grand Reserve member.
No, but I mean, I think that's a really interesting theory, and this is a great blind, man. Like, I've been fooled by New Riff more times in blinds than I care to
dude.
imagine.
My,
Always,
dude,
all the time.
my barrel 6237 that we picked
Yeah.
with Alves and
Yes.
Jordan. off the charts.
I need to
guess
open that.
It is a blinds killer.
So this is for you.
Yeah, that's for me. Thank you. Is this Total Wine?
Total Wine.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, sir. The hospitality and now the fact that you're giving me a Total Wine. I mean, this turned out better than I thought it was going to be.
So yeah, man, I just thought, hey, these are, people that are tasting whiskey every day,
Right.
bourbon every day, and they're picking this for a certain store.
Right.
I just thought, and that proved my theory. Like, in that one is a younger bourbon. It's a 4-year and change.
Right.
And the Liquor Barn, it's a 5-year-old. So we do have different palates, and someone can pick something, like Ham and I. We like high proof bourbons and all this like dark, rich type of flavors. So
Now, New Riff, man, if like New Riff,
I got to give it to them. That's good.
yeah, no,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, just like the New Riff 8-year. That 8-year is friggin' great.
I haven't tried that one.
But so many of the New Riff just picks. I mean, some are just like not great, but there's a lot that are really, really good. Both of these are really good picks, and they're 5 years old or less. So that's just crazy. They just put out the New Riff 8-year. I think it was rye. I did not get that,
Oh, you didn't?
but we did get the New Riff 8-year bourbon though. Yeah.
Okay. I got the funky releases. I still got to go pick them up from the distillery. That's coming soon. Which were those called? Like the old style mash ones or whatever those were? I grabbed those and some Silver Grove. So I still got to make a trip up to Newport to grab those.
And I want to say something else real quick. Like, for Kenny to be way off, like weeded, Weller, and all that kind of stuff, like, it made me happy.
Hey, I'm 100% being okay, or being wrong. I'm okay with being wrong because, like I said, double blinds are hard as can be. But New Riff in general, man, they can make some great stuff. Just like my Barrel 6237 is a complete blinds killer.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had people think it's 8-year-old, 10-year-old Wild Turkey, Heaven Hill. They pay $200, $250, $300 a
This
bottle
is a $53
So, yeah.
bottle.
I know, it's
Right.
crazy,
You know?
man. It's wild.
I'm sorry. I forgot to mention the proof on the first one.
Yeah.
The total one, 113 proof.
Okay.
Nice.
Liquor Barn, what, 116?
Total wine, no, I'm sorry. Total wine, 116.
Yeah.
Liquor Barn, 113.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. So they're flipped. Only 3 proof difference,
not
but
bad,
it's funny.
though.
That's crazy.
Not bad,
That's
not
crazy
bad.
for sure. So, Hector, real quickly, man, I just wanted to thank you. This has been a great experience coming out here to your restaurant.
First time live.
First time. What's that?
First time live.
That's a go. First time live or on location, and the food, the hospitality, man, sharing these blinds, fooling us. We love that. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope this is not the last time. I hope we get to come out here again, and I hope if any of our listening audience finds themselves anywhere between Lexington and Knoxville, that you guys will come over and check out Brooklyn Brothers Pizza.
Right off the interstate. I mean,
right off
it's
the
easy.
interstate.
And
Great
I
food.
cannot say that yet because I've not eaten yet. But I am getting ready.
about to tear into his
I'm
food.
getting ready to try in, and I will let you know.
Well, Kenny will update us in
On the
future
next
episodes.
episode.
Maybe we should go live on Instagram and just stuff in his
Kenny.
face.
Today's poster prices. Oh, what is this?
I just poured them boys something here.
What is this?
What juice is this?
What is this, Kool-Aid?
I'm just saying.
Berries.
That's so sweet.
We have talked about non-alcoholic bourbon before.
No.
That tastes like very weird Kool-Aid. Like a grape. Is that grape? It tastes like grape Kool-Aid.
It's like a great melody.
What is it?
It's like a great melody of it.
Yeah. What the heck is that? I
Tastes
thought we were
like,
getting out of here. Now we're
Is
drinking
Dynatap?
grape juice.
You got Dynatap?
Dynatap.
One of my friends got me one of these, a sample of it.
Dynatap single barrel?
Oh my God! Is this something I bought? No, I'm just kidding. This is so grape.
This is so summertime right now.
It is. This
All
is
right,
weird.
quickly, what is it?
Crown Royal Blackberry.
Holy cow!
For real?
Yes.
Oh
For
my
real?
God.
I'm sorry.
For real, dude.
Oh, wow.
Crown Royal Blackberry.
Coming to
No.
an electric lemonade near you.
That's
It
why. That's why
is.
people are buying, huh?
That's why they're buying it, bro.
And with that, thanks for listening to this week's edition. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, BourbonOutfitter.com. Enter code THEMASHUP for a special discount.
Also,
head on over to our partner, the Woodwork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
let us know your thoughts as bottom in the comment section. Until next time, keep it neat.